Sorry, that's a little bit loud. Let me turn it down a little bit. How about now? That's a little better. Boom. So this is Cult to the Limbs. Like I stated in the beginning of the video, I don't condone any of this cult activity, nothing like that. I'm just playing a fun game that my girlfriend's sister found. So let's get into it. Right now, I won't have before I start. Right now, I won't have face cam. I'm still working on that. I don't have like a camera that directly connects, like the Sony. I think it's the Sony VZ or ZV. I think it's the ZV 30 or 10 or something like that. But I don't have like a camera like that connects directly to the computer to be able to stream and stuff. And I have a capture card that I got from Amazon that everybody be promoting on TikTok Shop. But I have it hooked up to my laptop, and my laptop only has so much space on it. I think my laptop only holds 56 gigabytes of space, and it won't hold OBS Studio, and it won't hold what is it called, EOS webcam utility. And what the utility does is it lets me use, because I have two Canon cameras that I got from my girlfriend. She hasn't used them because we don't have any like lenses for them, so they're just sitting in the box. So I was like, I might as well use one to record if I can. Well, I found out I had to download the Canon program, the EOS Canon program. So I got that downloaded. I got OBS downloaded, but I have OBS downloaded on an external hard drive connected to my computer or my laptop. And then I downloaded EOS directly on my laptop. And the issue is, if I had more space, I wouldn't need the external hard drive, and that USB slot where the external hard drive plugs into, that's where the camera would go. But since I don't have enough space and I need the external hard drive, one side, on the left side of the laptop, it's the capture card, which uses USB, and on the right side, the only other USB is the external hard drive. So unfortunately, I can't do face cam right now, but I'm going to try to do a face cam in this series. So let's get into it. So we actually beat the game on easy mode. I'm going to be going through all the modes. Not like, obviously not one episode. There's going to be definitely multiple episodes, but I want to be able to finish each mode and get every item out of each mode. And then when I complete it, just move on. Like, I'll move on to another game. I might go back to Warzone. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to take a break from this once I complete one whole like mode. And then I'm going to go back, play a different game, and then when I'm, I give it a little bit of time, because I still play this daily with my girlfriend. We just got the Woolhaven right over here on the right hand side, the expansion pack, the DLC. So it unlocks a whole bunch of different things. So we're still playing on her Xbox, but I'm not recording or anything. We're just, just playing over there, trying to figure stuff out still. But we already beat the normal mode, because you can't get Woolhaven until I think you can't get Woolhaven until you beat any of the modes. And whatchamacallit. So we beat easy mode, got Woolhaven, and now we're trying to we're trying to go through Woolhaven now. So here we go. Obviously new save. I haven't played on my PlayStation yet, and I'll try to leave things up on the screen long enough for you to see it. Praise the Lamb, conduit to great power, promised liberator of the one who waits below. Yet sacrificial beast, take heed, for a crown cannot sit upon two brows. Now, these cutscenes like that, I can't let them sit. Like, they just skip themselves. So that's like not optional. So like I said, me and my girlfriend already went through this, so I already know what's gonna happen. But I mean, W game, I can't, like, if you haven't played it yet, I would suggest getting it. It's not an expensive game. The DLCs aren't expensive. Like, it's just an overall fun game. Before us stands the last of its kind. All others we have hunted down and put to the blade. With this final sacrifice, the prophecy will be impossible to fulfill. The heretic who lives bound below will be condemned to eternal captivity, and the old faith shall be preserved. Also, this game is co-op, so, and it's not a split screen opportunity. Sorry for yapping, but it's like you guys can play together. It's so nice, and you don't need like separate systems or anything like that. This is the one who waits. Come closer, fear not, for those you are already dead, I still have need of you. Those foolish bishops thought they could keep you from me in death, but instead they sent you straight to me. I will give you life again, but at a price. All I ask is for you to start a cult in my name. Do we have a deal? You have yes sir, absolutely, so you don't have a choice. Wise choice. Take the red crown, which I once wore. With it you shall command the loyalty of the followers and strike fear into the hearts of our enemies. Return to land of the living, start a cult in my name, and begin recruiting followers. Once you have done so, you will see me again. Now go. W reader. The visuals on this game are so sick. I wish I had like an upgraded monitor. So later in the game, you guys will find out that you guys will be able to collect these bones, and when you break stuff like that, you'll be able to collect stones and stuff like that, because you need all this. So this right here means that you're going into you eventually you'll find weapons. I think because it's the tutorial, basically, it might lead us straight to a weapon room, but usually you have to like. It doesn't lead you straight to weapons. Like, it's not an instant weapon find. If my memory serves me correct. Yeah, because this is oh, I didn't mean to skip that. I was sent to guide you. We are deep in the lands of the old faith and in grave danger. Wow. My instructions are to lead you to safety. Continue through the woods. Escape lies ahead. I will be close by. But you could break all this stuff, and you could actually kill these birds if you're fast enough. And right now, because it's a tutorial, they don't drop anything, but they will drop meat, which is useful. Yeah, so even though it's the tutorial, you still so it still doesn't, like I said, it is gonna lead you to weapons eventually, but it doesn't lead you to weapons right away. So this is where you find all this stuff. Your quest, your inventory, stuff like that. That'll be more prominent when you're actually playing. I don't know why I'm breaking all this stuff, because I can't do anything with it yet. Also, eventually, you'll have special attacks, which you'll do with triangle or Y if you're on Xbox. And then R1 or RB will be your heavy attacks. But we'll get into that later on. Like I said, the tutorial, it'll end up showing you anyway. But, whatchamacallit. Like I said, the tutorial, it'll end up teaching you like all the stuff you need to know. I've played all of this already, and actually, like, me and my girlfriend played earlier on the Xbox, so like I already know what's going on. Like I said, we beat easy mode already, and I want to go. There's a couple different modes. So there's easy, there's normal, which are also coming up. You'll see them. But this, so that picture, it was a follower. So you have a chance to come when you see that person on, like a person on the map when you're going through. This is called the I forgot what it's called. Oh, Crusade. When you go through the Crusade, when you see that little person, it's a follower, and you need to recruit followers so you can get your following up, because you're a cult leader. Ratel said, "We have nearly reached safety, but look ahead. Another poor soul is about to be sacrificed. Rescue them, and they will have no choice but to join your new cult. Oh, mighty bishops of the old faith, we ask you to accept the sacrifice of this wretched soul. Hey, who interrupts our ritual and trespass on sacred ground?" Okay, so I'm gonna rescue him. Alright, now it says follower await introduction, or introductorin. So when you get home, you, when you return to your cult, that's when you bring him in. We've reached safety, you have done well. The red crown will allow you to use those markings on the ground to transport yourself great distances. It will take you to a temple that has fallen to ruin. There you'll be able to begin your new cult. I will meet you there. Okay, so that level's done, nice and easy. Like I said, that was just a tutorial. Heretics defeated. I got 15 coins from the whole level and 1 new follower. As you can see, I'm pointing to the screen like that's gonna make a difference. But that third one, the first yellow one, it's a follower. So now we have 1 follower to start off with. I can't wait to get a new chair because all this squeaking and creaking is blowing my. Okay, so these are different modes. So I'm gonna start off on easy. So it's easy, medium, hard, extra hard, and then you can unlock 2 more modes. So that's fun. You have to do it a special way, of course, but this hollow ground, which was mine, is now yours. This crumbling ruin is to be the site of your new cult. We have much to do. We begin by indoctrinating this poor soul into the warm embrace of your cult. Followers can gather resources for you. Order this one to collect lumber or stone. Yeah, so before I bring him in, so these trees can be cut down. These are berries that you're gonna need, and these are stones that they can break. This is your building section, and there's gonna be nothing else they can do, like for the time being. Please spare me. Okay, so we're gonna name him Spirit, because he's a horse, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I didn't even delete Spirit. Now you could change their forms. Obviously I've only unlocked. Oh, I didn't know they gave you the general form. I actually didn't know that. That's funny. But this one I unlocked from Darkwood, so I'm gonna keep him. I can change his color. I'm gonna change him to yellow because Spirit, the horse, is yellow. And then choose variant. You could just choose how their heads look. This one has spots. This one has like cool tribal markings. This one just blank. So I'm gonna go with the tribal markings. So these are the traits. So sometimes they have good traits, sometimes they have bad traits, sometimes they only have good traits, and sometimes they only have bad traits, but it's always random until you get into breeding and stuff like that. So sickly, heals 15% slower when sick and in bed rest, and polyamorous, so he doesn't get jealous if the lamb has more than 1 spouse. So you can marry your followers. And give me 1 second. My phone's about to die. My girl's texting me because she's at work. But whatchamacallit, so you can marry your followers, and eventually you can get your followers to marry each other. Like you could pick whatever ones you want. I mean, they fall in love on their own, but then you can get them to marry and stuff like that. So now he's going to chop wood. By your hand, our cult will grow powerful, but your followers cannot live on prayer alone. They must eat. Gather the necessary resources and build a cooking fire. It will allow you to prepare meals for your followers. So I will have to help. I can either help him, which I'm gonna do because it speeds up the process. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. No, I didn't. It's just same button to talk to him. But you'll learn that helping these guys out, I mean, until you get a whole bunch of followers. Like me and my girl on her Xbox have an absurd amount of followers. I think we have 24, 25, something like that. So they do a lot of work themselves. But we try to help when we can. You know, it also helps with boosting the loyal. Wow. Let me try this one more time. It helps boost the loyalty from the followers because, you know, you're not just ordering them around, you're also helping out. So it helps out in the long run when you help them out. But like I said, when you have that many, like, they just do all the work themselves, and you know, you usually don't get a chance to help out. And there'll be different things you can unlock, different attributes, so that they can clean up their own mess, because they do poop in this game. They do throw up in this game, so they'll clean that up. Like, but you have to unlock a whole bunch of stuff for them to do all that. Like, thinking about it now, like me and my girlfriend, on day, I think it's I know we're on day like 130 something or 140 something like that. And whatchamacallit, it's just, we've gotten so much accomplished. So here is that was the building menu. This is where it's going to be built. You have to walk over. I mean, you don't have to build it yourself. It's usually the followers that'll go over there and do it, but it's only one follower, and it's usually not that quick. Your followers need to eat, and it is up to you to provide meals for them. That's for now, because in the future you can build a kitchen for them, and then you just put the food in there and order one of them to make it, and they make it, and you're good. Like, they'll just make it until they run out of food for what you put in there. The hunger of your cult can be seen on top left of your screen. When this gets too low, followers will begin to starve. Find more food while crusading. Pick routes that pass through foraging locations. Plant farms to grow your own food. Seeds can be purchased or found whilst crusading. I can't talk. Okay, so where you see that hunger, that little bar that just popped up, to the left of that will be their faith. It'll be a huge circle, and then above that hunger bar will be, or hunger circle will be, a sleep circle, and it'll let you know how tired they are. Okay, so this is the only meal we have available right now. I think me and my girlfriend have 3 locked still, even though we beat the game. We didn't like go through everything. We got the DLC and we kind of jumped the gun. But see there, I just cooked the food. He's going to eat it on his own. But now he's saying we have to build a shrine, so we're gonna need more gold and more followers. And as you can see at the top of the screen, before I read all this, that he pooped immediately after eating, and he's not gonna clean it up because we're not that far in the game yet. But our mutual benefactor, the one who waits, has been trapped by the 4 bishops of the old faith. Each of them guards a chain that binds him to the realm beyond. We have conjured openings to the realms. It is your task to track them down and slay them so that he may be freed. Now go. There you shall find gold and willing recruits, and for those who are not willing, convert them by force. So sometimes, I don't know, because I'm in easy mode, that you know, we don't come across dissenting followers, but there are some followers that just are automatically dissenting. And I also forgot about being sick. So if there's dead bodies laying around, if there's poop laying around, if there's throw up laying around, it can cause a big problem, and everybody can get sick, and nobody's gonna work, and everybody's gonna have to go to bed. So you have to make sure that it is cleaned up until you get all those extra things, so that, like, they'll pick up the bodies themselves and put them somewhere so they're not gonna get sick. You know, they'll clean up their own poop, they'll clean up their own puke, like, you'll get an outhouse, all that stuff, but we'll worry about that in the future. So unsanitary conditions at your cult will cause your followers to become sick. If a follower becomes sick, assign them to bed rest, or they could die. Resting will allow them to slowly recover. Poop, vomit, and dead bodies cause illness to spread quickly through your cult. Cleaning messes and burying bodies will prevent the spread of illness. Wow. Alright, so now I gotta go out and I gotta fight some more. So that's gonna be the first door we can go in. So there's these doors aren't gonna open, are only gonna open to how many followers you have. So this one is 1, so I already have 1 follower. This one's 9. I think the second door is 8, 7. That's what it is, and this one's like 12. Yeah. So you have to have that amount of followers to be able to open the door. Let's read this so I can show you guys. Here godly blood was spilled. Here did death no longer wish to wait. And that's it. That's all it says every time. So as you can see, my 1 follower comes out. He does his little praying thing. And then door opens and he goes back to whatever he's doing at the crib. But I know it's either chopping wood or beating up rocks, because that's all he could do. Or picking berries. I don't even know if I can assign that yet. So we start off with 4 hearts. I don't know if the harder levels start off with less hearts, but eventually you'll be able to get different weapons and stuff like that. And like I said about pressing Y or pressing triangle, you'll have like a special attack that will take your fervor, is what they call it. But it's usually right next to it right here. So this is the Crusader's Blade 1 because we just started. A well-balanced blade dealing moderate damage. Speed is, or damage 1.5, speed is 1. That's not bad. That's the first weapon you saw us with. So this is same weapon in the tutorials is this same weapon. Now I would recommend going through every level like this unless you're in a rush to see. I got some meat. Oh, I got both of those birds. But unless you're in a rush to, you know, get back home real quick, I would break everything in every room. Sometimes there's hearts in grass and you don't even see it until you break the grass. You know, there's rocks, so you could bring back materials, stuff like that. So you definitely want to break everything in the room unless you're in like a super big rush. Entering the lands of the Bishop Leshy, those who do not follow the ways of the old faith will be destroyed. So Leshy is the first boss, and you have to defeat a couple mini bosses first to get to Leshy. And this is going to be Leshy talking in a second. That's why I can't leave the room. So this is Leshy. How can this be? I can't read, apparently. You were put to the blade, lamb, as all your kind were, and yet you stand before me repentant? I don't think I said that right. The crown his power. How could it be? But I am stronger still. Turn tail and run, little lamb. Repentant. That's the word I was trying to say. Repentant. I'm just an idiot. Eventually, you'll see. I try not to spoil it for everybody, but you guys will see that we'll get tarot cards and stuff like that, and they'll be able to give you different abilities, and like I said, you'll see. So here's the blue hearts. So what blue hearts is, I forgot what. I think they're called spirit hearts, but I really forgot what they do besides give you an extra half heart. And you also can get diseased hearts as well, but that doesn't come until a little later, I believe. Now you can go left, straight, or up. I'm gonna go right for now. As you can see the map on the right hand side of the screen, if you look up above Blood of the Covenant, and here's the tarot cards. So before I read this, there is a certain trait where you can get that the second you walk into the Crusade, it gives you 4 tarot cards. So these tarot card rooms don't exist anymore. Praise the Lamb, conduit to great power, promised liberator of the one who that waits below. So the card showed me once, many lifetimes ago, or has that yet to be. I have always drawn your cards, Lamb, and yet this is the first. Take these cards and I will draw another each time we meet. When drawn by me, they will grant you power. So I have 2 options. I can either get an extra blue heart, or I can gain extra half of red heart. I'm just gonna go blue heart because it's a full heart. Not that I didn't mean to skip that. I'm just so used to skipping it. So just unlocked a whole bunch of tarot cards, as you could see, and I'll read them off to you. So get from below, it's 10% chance of gaining blue heart when killing an enemy, and that's not one we have. We only have the one that he just gave us. So these are just unlocked ones that we can, like when we find him again in one of these other side rooms, we'll be able to get one of these cards. But for right now, they're just unlocked. We do not like physically have them. Increases chance to better spawn chest. That's a good one. The rabbit's foot. Receive double the health when healing. That's always good. So if you pick up a 1 full heart, it'll give you 2 hearts instead. Or if you pick up a half heart, it'll give you a full heart, etc. When hit down a half a heart, all enemies will be dealt 2 damage, so that's nice. Curses consume 25% less fervor, so that's what they're called. They're called curses. So when you press triangle or Y, if you're playing Xbox, triangle if you're playing PlayStation, those are your curses, and they consume fervor. So if you get the Divine Curse tarot card, it consumes 25% less. And we also got Fervor's Harvest. Enemies will drop 2 times more fervor, which is also nice because you only get a limited amount, and you have to either pick it up from enemies or pick it up from, you know, hitting the grass, and hopefully some comes out of the grass and all that good stuff. Shield of Faith. One attack, 10% chance of negating damage, which is nice. Master of the Art. Overall weapon damage increased by 1.2 times, which is nice. Divine Strength attack rate increased by 1.25. 1.25 times, sorry. The Arachnid, I don't know why I said that so weird. Deals poison damage to enemy struck. That's always a good card because, poisoning enemies, why wouldn't you want to do that? And then this is the diseased heart I was talking about. So when you get hit, you usually don't get half of a diseased heart. You usually start off with a full diseased heart. And when you do, once an enemy hits you, it immediately damages everything on screen. So everything gets hurt, and then you still have another half of a diseased heart because it only hits you once. You get hit again, everything gets damaged again, so on and so forth. True Sight, 10% chance to deal a critical hit. This one is good because it's a telescope, but it reveals the map, so you can actually see where you're going instead of just walking into question marks. You can actually see if it's going to be a special room or not, or if it's going to be another fight. Sorry about that. And then the Lovers one, you get Blue Heart. That's what I just got. And then the Hearts one was the other one, which is gain half a Red Heart. The cards have been drawn, the path lays ahead. And that's it. So then, even in these rooms, always check around. Always check around for stuff. He's just yapping. He's just yapping. But always in every room break stuff. I'm sorry, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. Sometimes we might have some malfunctions on. I apologize for that. My PlayStation 5, the HDMI port is fucked up. So sometimes the wire just randomly, like it'll wow, let me try that again. It'll randomly stop turning on, like the screen will just turn off. So then I gotta play around with the PlayStation 5. I gotta finger it, like I gotta do all this other extra shit. Let me cut all that out. Sorry, sometimes, I had to go restart the dryer. And then, whatchamacallit, my PS5, it has a messed up HDMI port, which I have to get fixed eventually, but they want like $250 for it, which is almost the price I paid for the PS5, so it's kind of crazy, because I didn't pay full price for it. I got it used from GameStop. But so sometimes the audio will cut out, the screen will cut out, but I'm gonna see if I can fix that in the video so you guys don't have to deal with that. But if I'm mid-fight, like, and I'm just gonna have to pause it, like, and pray it actually pauses, but I'm sure it will. But let's get back into it. Now, once you go through more levels and stuff, like, they will get absurdly, like, more hard, pause, as the levels go on. Obviously, you'll get higher weapons too, but sometimes the higher weapons don't matter. Like, you're not usually gonna one-shot them like this, even on easy mode. and they get crazier because they do different things, like they shoot poison balls and shoot fireballs and ice balls and stuff like that, so it just gets crazy. Alright, so I didn't get all this grass in here. Also, as you can see on the map to the right hand side, that I didn't go through up here, but I wanted to go back to the other room. So here you'll collect fervor and coins, and since we're still in the beginning of the game, you'll collect a lot of tarot cards. So this one is when attacked, it's called the Shield of Faith. When attacked, 10% chance of negating damage. So now that we're at this point, so these are your options. So I honestly don't remember what this store means, to be honest, but this is a store regardless, and it sends you straight to a store. So when you have the store logo, you don't have to go in any other room and fight. It's immediately when you go in that room, it's whatever banner is underneath is what you're gonna get, and you don't have to do anything extra. So that one is a weapon store. This one is just getting wood. It's not even a store. And I believe that room is just by itself as well, so you don't have to fight in any 3 of these rooms. I don't remember what this room does though, or this store does. So for shits and giggles, we're gonna go inside so I can show you. Okay, this is one of the shops. So this shop gives a lot of hearts. I didn't lose any, but if you break all their stuff, like there's a half heart here, here's a half a heart. I'm pretty sure there's 2 hearts here, but one's glitching in the other. No, there's only 1, but that's 3 half hearts already if you needed them. And then there'll be, sometimes it drops a lot of gifts here too, right, where I'm running around. So it's not that expensive because there's another half heart, but it's not that expensive because we're still in the beginning of the game. But you can either get a blueprint, which is like a design for the house, or for the cult. It'll be like a new flooring, like just stupid little stuff. New follower form is how the followers look, or a tarot card, and I want the tarot card because I know what's going on. You need tarot cards. You need that variety. But I got Ambrosia, increased cursed attack damage by 1.25 times. Okay, let's get back into it. So you can also buy the other... Oh, no, you don't have to buy these. You can just choose them. That's nice. I didn't know that. I don't remember that at all, but like I said, we've been so far into the game. Acquired Stonehenge. Who made it? It's just a decoration. And it'll tell you the cost, how to build it. Okay, so I wasn't able to get the follower form, but whatever. And you can't go back to these at all. Like, if the path doesn't lead to them, then you can't go to them. So be wise on what you want to go to. But here I actually just killed a bird. Watch this, ready? Oof, you gotta be quick though. These little practice dummies they give you, they give out wood every time, and when you unlock those cursed attacks, they give you fervor as well. So those are nice to break up. Now I have clicked at the top of the screen when I was advancing the level. I clicked the boss fight, and as you can see, I'm not to the boss yet, and there's a bunch of mini bosses in the way anyway. But this is one of the rooms, or that's one of the things where when you click on it, it doesn't get you to that room right away. You have to, you know, travel through a bunch of different rooms to be able to get to it. So I ended up finding the tarot card guy again. So I either get receive double the health when healing, or when hit down to half a heart, all enemies will be dealt 2 damage. So I'll unlock both of these, but I'm using, like, whatever one I click on is whatever one I use through this crusade. But once I get out of the crusade, they're gonna randomize again. Like I said, break everything, check behind shit, because sometimes there's some things laying around, but nothing in here. Oh, he almost got me there. Okay, so now in this room, I got lucky enough to get an extra weapon, and I didn't know that was gonna happen. I just thought that it was gonna be me fighting them, and then that was gonna be over. So I ended up getting a new weapon, and it's just the same blade I have, just upgraded damage, same speed, but always love an upgrade. Now you can recycle the weapon you don't use, and you can recycle the curse you don't use, and it gives you coins every time. So this way is the boss fight. I know that because of how the stone looks, and if you look to your left, of the left of the screen, you can see that little icon. That means that is the boss fight. So we're gonna go right real quick. As you can see the question mark on the map, see if there's anything special in here. So when you're in here, first I'm gonna kill that squirrel, but when you're in here, so these things right here, they were completely red. That means they're spikes. So what happens is they stay in the ground until you step on them or roll over them or whatever, but the enemies don't trigger them, only you do. And if you're playing with, you know, 2 people, then your partner does, or your you know, whoever you're playing with does. So when you step on these, they will trigger and they will spike, and you know, you do take damage. But usually if you roll through them or like this, they don't go off. And if they do go off, they're just not quick enough to catch you. But there's usually a lot more enemies in here, and like I said, it gets harder and harder. So it gets, wow, I thought my cat was moving, but he's just laying on the couch, so I don't know where I'm hearing that bell from. I'm all the way tweaked out, but oh, I think it's in the game. But here we go. So this is the first mini boss. Let's see what he has to say, because that's the boss. That's Leshy. You have come far enough, little lamb. My followers are willing to do anything for me. Can you say the same of yours? I give myself to the cause, almighty leader. By the blood of the great ones, destroy the red crown. Yeah, so he's about to turn into a little mini boss, little freak. I'm Ducius. So he shoots the little guys out of his back. There we go. He shoots little guys out of his back, and he shoots poison as well. But that was easy. Convert me to your cult, I will follow your teachings faithfully. Cool, so now I have 2 followers, but in order for him to count as a follower, I have to go back and actually bring him in. So I can either get gold nuggets, I can get stone, which we have more than enough stone back at the crib that we can bust up. So I'm going to choose a flower necklace, which the followers will generate devotion faster. You definitely want to give your followers gifts. It helps out a lot. So she's going to give me fervor and coins. I don't really need the fervor because I haven't used any, because I haven't been able to. Now, when that door is completely filled, like you saw that white line, when that is completely filled all the way around, got his ass. Ooh, got him again. That's when you have to defeat the final boss of this level, which is Leshy. So I did it in 14 minutes and 45 seconds, and I got 32 kills. I had to keep pausing, I had to get up, stuff like that. I would have finished it quicker, but it doesn't matter. Time doesn't matter unless you have a lot going on back at your cribski. I am relieved, sorry, taking a sip of water. I'm relieved to see you made it safely, and you have not returned alone. You have convinced more to join our faithful flock. Let me try to pronounce this right. Indoctrinate, that's what it is. Indoctrinate this new convert so that we may continue. So I go over here. This is the one that I just got. I'm Ducius. Okay, so he's polyamorous as well, so he doesn't get jealous if I have more than one spouse, so I can marry eventually both of these guys or girls, whatever you want to call them, if I wanted to, and neither one of them are going to get jealous. And then he also gains 10% faith when feeling ill, so that's always good. Now I'm going to change his form because I'm not really a fan of it. So I'm going to name him I might have to change the name so I don't get copyright strike, huh? Whatever, just a game. I think I'm gonna change the other guy's name though. I don't think I can now, but I'm gonna call him, this one I'll call Piggy. And since Spirit is chopping wood, I'm gonna have Piggy break up some stone. Followers will either work or worship. Worshipping followers generate devotion for you to collect, but to collect devotion you require a shrine. So a shrine gets built right here. I'm about to show you guys right now. So this one's just a little one. Once it gets so much bigger. That's what she said. Praise be, your followers can now worship you. Here's a new follower, assign them to worship at the shrine. Then collect the devotion your followers generate at the shrine to unlock divine inspiration. So now we're getting another one for free. JD. Jaddy. So 15% easier to level up. That's the only trait they have. Still not bad though. Now I have 3 followers. We're gonna send them to worship. Collect devotion from your shrine. Once you collect enough, you will unlock divine inspiration. The more followers worshipping at your shrine, the faster they will fill up. If your shrine is full, they will stop worshipping until it is emptied. Once you have collected divine inspiration, unlock new buildings for your cult through the shrine. And that was the stuff I was talking about. Once you get new buildings and stuff like that, life just gets so much crazier here. All right, so I only needed 1 divine inspiration, or I only needed 1 divine inspiration. So now that we're here, I'm gonna zoom out. There's a whole bunch of different tiers to unlock, but we're only on tier 1, and the only thing we can get right now is the temple, and then it'll unlock the sleeping bags and the farm plots, because we are going to need both. We're gonna need the temple so we can perform rituals and preach sermons, so we can keep the follower their faith up and high, so they don't want to dissent or leave. That's dissenting, leaving, same thing if you don't know. Eventually we're gonna need sleeping bags though, so they can actually sleep and not sleep on the ground. And then the rest is plants. So they want me to build the temple, and we have enough to build the temple. I wish there was more stuff out of the way, but we'll figure that out. But for now, we'll put it here. And once we get more rocks and stuff out of the way, it'll be a lot easier to start building stuff. Okay, the temple is in the center, is the center of your cult. From there, you will preach sermons to grow stronger and perform rituals to mount the fragile minds of your followers. You're responsible for making the faith of your cult. If it falls too low, your followers will dissent against you and eventually leave. Your followers are ready to hear your word. Show them that you're the greatest leader. Preach a sermon from within your temple. Okay, so there goes the faith. So you come here, there's going to be more things to unlock here, but for now we can only do the sermon. You don't have to do anything special. They just walk in after you press sermon. You preach. And that's it. So, through the faith of your followers, you grow stronger. Performing sermons will draw power from them and allow you to unlock new abilities, weapons, and curses. Followers with a higher loyalty level will generate more devotion. Therefore, the more followers you have and the more loyal they are, the quicker you will gain new abilities. So that's always nice. So obviously, I'm gonna zoom out again. There's a whole bunch of there's tiers, there's levels to this. Okay, levels. I think the only ones that me and my girlfriend haven't bought yet is the blunderbuss mastery, this one and this one, or something like that, or 1, 2, and 3 here. But we have all the other ones unlocked already because we've just been killing it. But now the Hearts of the Faithful, this is the only one I can unlock right now, but that means every time I walk into a crusade, I automatically get half a red heart on top of the 4 hearts I have to start off with. So now I have 4.5 hearts to start off with, not including any tarot cards I get or anything like that. Alright, so that's the end of that. So, I meant to read the first one, I accidentally pressed X. Return to the lands of the old faith and seek out commandment stone fragments. With these, you will be able to declare new doctrines. So, I'm going to go back out, and when our followers will collect stuff and leave it here for us. So I'm gonna go back out. I have to go through the same door because you have to keep going through the same door until you beat the boss, like until you get to the final boss, beat him, and then getting more followers to be able to open the other doors. But so this is a new weapon. This is the axe. It's a very slow weapon, but it's a very hard hitting weapon. It has its advantage and disadvantage. As you can see, it is slow as the molasses, but it does hit hard. So, you know, it's whatever weapon you get, and if you don't like the weapon you have, you can always go into a weapon shop and get a new weapon. But he's glad he found me. He brought good news. The one who waits is pleased with your progress and wishes to grant you a crown ability. So now with this crown ability, I can hold in triangle, or if you're on Xbox, hold in Y, and now I have one of the curses. I don't like the ones that shoot, really. But it's still useful. I meant to read that. But fervor is the righteous anger earned by striking down non-believers and works like ammunition for your curses. Fervor will drop when you slay an enemy. Collecting it refuels your curses. You know what? There's no point in me breaking this because I can't collect bones yet, but eventually you'll be able to collect bones. Ooh, I got, see, that's why I say always break stuff. I got a full diseased heart, and I haven't even lost a heart yet, and I'm probably not going to, you know, realistically. Oh, I thought I lost it already. I was like, well, there's that. Also, you're gonna need a lot of grass, so like even if you don't think there's gonna be anything in that room, just get the grass anyway, because you're gonna need it. Tarot card room, that's nice. Before I even draw a tarot card, okay, so now we get to draw a tarot card, so I can get another diseased heart, or I can get a 10% chance of gaining a blue heart when killing an enemy. I'm gonna take the diseased heart, so now I have 2 diseased hearts and 4.5 regular hearts, and I haven't lost a single one yet, so we're killing it right now, honestly. See, in these earlier levels, the shooting ones aren't that bad, but you'll discover later in the game that like they honestly suck. Like when you have to aim them, it sucks. There's supposed to be somebody else in here. Oh, there we go. Leshy says, "So you foolishly persist, little lamb. I hear your lies and I smell your fear. The red crown rises again, but what an unworthy bearer it has." So I was gonna shoot when I first got in there, but I have already run out of fervor because I've been shooting a lot. As I say, I hate shooting. I hate the ones that I have to aim with, and now I'm using all my fervor to shoot. But I'm gonna collect a whole bunch of fervor here. We also acquired a farm plot sign, so you can organize your farm. It's just like being on Minecraft. So slow. All right, here we go. So to the right, I can get fruit and vegetables. The shop is the new follower forms and stuff like that. That's what that shop is. And then this shop is a new weapon, and this way is also a follower. So I'm gonna go this way because we have enough berries at home, and we do need more followers. And I would like a different weapon and like to be able to show you guys different weapons and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do now is. He's gonna talk to me. Kudai. Step forward, beast, from the swirling mist of chaos that surround. Allow me to regard you wholly. You carry the weight of ageless centuries upon such diminutive shoulders. Wow. Yet, what is this? It seems your stature is deceiving. A weapon is not within the hand that wields to fell enemies, to defend honor, to break chains. Let your crown take the form of one of these works of iron forged in everlasting fire. May you wield them well, promised liberator. So this is not a handheld weapon. This is a cursed weapon I was talking about. So that's when you press triangle, you press Y. So originally, right now I have the one where you just shoot fireballs, but this one, a whole bunch of tentacles come out of the ground. So I'm going to show you guys that one. and I'm gonna recycle this. Unfortunately, I couldn't pick both weapons. You just can't. Even with when you're with 2 people, there will be 3 weapons here, and you can only pick one. But it's good for when one person has a weapon that they don't like, and the other person can just pick up that weapon if they like it more, or whatever the case may be. So we're gonna go grab this follower. See how long I've been recording real quick. Okay, so another 10 minutes and I'll be done here, because I think I'm gonna do hour-long recordings. The worm, it is hungry, it feeds, it depends on where I am, honestly. It partakes of our flesh, but that is the price for safety. For that, we gladly give it all we have. Oh, he did hit me. He actually ended up hitting me. You stupid. That's so stupid. I was doing so good, too, without getting hit. I don't need any of this, really. Oh yeah, I do, because I still have one more room to go to, which is the boss itself. And it's not even directly to the boss. But I will break all this, not like the guy's going anywhere. And eventually you can collect bones, but right now you can't, so me just breaking bones is useless. Can't believe I lost a half disease heart. Here we go. Little bunny rabbit dude, send him home. Alright. Now, like I said, I can't go back here, can't go over here, can't go here, can't go back to here, so I have to go straight to the boss, which is a mini boss again, and it's not a direct route to him. So, originally in these rooms, I got his ass, but this wasn't available, and now you could steal devotion from these little statues and break them as well, and you'll get stone from it, and then those rebuild themselves. And I don't think you get anything else when you break them again. If you do, you might get 1 piece of stone, but I'm pretty sure you don't get anything. Yeah, you don't get anything. Just breaking them over and over again, it's useless, wasting time. Alright, so this is Harrow. Eons agone. These lands were rife with gods and their adherents. What befell the Pantheon? Or this Pantheon? Wow. Alas, 'tis the nature of beasts to forget and of gods to be forgotten. Mayhap they left, mayhap they slept, mayhap they devoured and were devoured in turn. Those few who remained spread roots, spun webs, molded this world to meet them and theirs. 'Twere a land of many gods once, hundreds now. That's it. So I can collect any of these pieces, but you get you need 3 pieces to complete the set. Oh, I can get all 3. So it gives me a whole stone. I forgot about that. I forget everything. Like I said, we've already completed the game, but it turns into a commandment stone. You have found enough fragments to form a commandment stone. Commandment stones are used to declare new doctrines for your cult to follow. Use the altar in your temple to declare a new doctrine whenever you form a new commandment stone. At least if I get through the tutorial, I'll be happy. Okay, so and that is an upgraded axe. So I will show you, because I wasn't able to see the flock's ready for another sermon because it's day 2. So that means they slept on the floor because we don't have any beds and we can't unlock the beds yet. So this is Apostates Cleaver 2. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But now this does 3.2 damage and the speed is still half, but we'll take it, because it's just a little bit of a damage upgrade. I got hit again and lost another half damage heart. What are you? Hello? I'm a scrub, clearly. Alright, so obviously up is the boss fight. So I'm just gonna avoid, well, the mini boss fight technically. I'm gonna avoid that and go up this way and see if I can unlock anything else. Look at that. So I'm gonna break all this stuff in here. Yeah, I don't really care about what you have to say. Come on, break it up. Okay, so now I can get an even more powerful one, or I can get a sword which is faster but less powerful, so I'm just gonna get that. I'm just gonna go more power. There we go. And I still have the tentacles I could use. I haven't used those yet, so I'm gonna use them in the boss fight for sure. So now this is Veilfar, which is the second mini boss. See, those are the tentacles. Oh, I knew he was gonna hit me. I forgot he shoots. If I was far enough away and wasn't up in his grill, ooh, he wouldn't hit me. There we go, it's dead. Okay, so now I'm gonna bring him in. Wait, and you get all the mini bosses, and you get the bosses too. When you defeat them, they end up being your followers anyway. They just go back to their like regular follower form. We're gonna bring back berries just so we have more than enough food. And this is, oh, it didn't give me anything else besides fervor and gold out of there, but that's not bad. Her coins, not gold. Oh, but I killed that squirrel, and now I should get the squirrel form. Yep, that's what I thought. So now you can see we're halfway through, so we have 2 more mini bosses to beat before we can go through that door to defeat the big boss. Heretics defeated. Those are the supplies we got. We got another follower, and then we got another follower at the end, so we gained 2 followers this time. So at back home, we should have 5 followers, I think, already. And we're only on day 2, so, I mean, that's bound to happen unless you skip getting followers, but we're doing all right. So, very good, my vessel. It seems I chose well when I kept you from death. I will be watching every move. Do not disappoint me. And that's the one who waits, like I said. His name was up there. I'm going to save, and then I'm going to... I have to stop the recording because I'm on PlayStation. And I just have to restart the recording real quick to run... Actually, no. I'm just going to stop here. This is going to be the end of my recording. I hope you guys enjoyed. There's still a lot to do, and I will be playing this a lot more. I enjoy it. I enjoy when me and my girlfriend play together, so it's just a different scenario when I have to start from the beginning instead of just starting from where we are now. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys do, don't forget to like it and share it. Don't forget to subscribe as well. You know, it definitely helps out the channel, and liking it and sharing it, even commenting on it shows that you guys are interested, and you know, maybe you guys aren't interested, but that's the kind of stuff I'd like to know. Well, like I said, again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to check out all my music on all streaming platforms, Apple Music, Amazon Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, anything you can find music on. Really look up Mace Money, M-A-C-E, there's a space in between, and then M-O-N-E-Y, and that's it, Mace Money. You can find my song Slowly, which I dropped a couple years ago. You can find Speed Limit, which I dropped not too long ago. You can find Summer, I dropped last year. There's a few songs that you're only going to find on YouTube, but I do plan on putting those on all streaming platforms. I don't think they're that great, but I think just to have more music for people to listen to on different platforms besides just YouTube, I'm going to put them on regardless. So, you know, people don't like them, people don't like them. I don't really like them, but, you know, some people might like them. Or some people might be like, oh, well, that was Mace when he was young. You know, it's a throwback song, whatever the case may be. But I hope you guys enjoy your day. And keep, you know, just keep on doing you, dog. Just keep on doing you. Peace out, everybody.